I don't know though. Like, Aaron is like a lolcow in the traditional fashion because he just doesn't stop. He just won't stop. Like, guys, if I ever get fucking revenge porn charges, I'm done. I'm done. I'm off the internet forever. Like, I don't know who would stay on the internet. Like, the fuck? Like, it blows my fucking mind. If I ever catch some, like, bad felony charges that are just, like, disgraceful charges, you will never hear from me again. It's like, how is he gonna talk about anybody else? Also, like, his whole show is, like, talking about people. So, just, has people in chat not seen this?
A local podcaster is now facing charges for something he... A local podcaster is now facing charges for something he allegedly did while live streaming his show. Aaron Imholt is
this is so crazy.
Of the Steel Toe Morning
This is
Show
so fucking crazy, bro.
For at least a decade. Fox 9's Karen Scullin joins us now to explain what is happening here. Karen?
37-year-old Aaron Imholt made his first court appearance this morning for disseminating private sexual images without consent. But he appeared to do this
Could you imagine
live streaming.
Could you imagine having this happen to you?
Welcome to the show.
Could you imagine?
It's me.
Could you guys imagine being on the fucking local news as a fucking revenge pornographer?
37-year-old Aaron Imholt, the host of the Steel Toe Morning Show, a YouTube podcast with about 13,000 subscribers. But one of Imholt's May shows has him in some legal trouble. He was reported for sending
whoever edited this together is so good.
Knows to a person joining him on the podcast.
There it is. There it is.
That woman reported
there it is, right
the
there.
Situation to police, and now Imholt faces criminal charges.
Did you check? I like tattoos more than I think. Your boy didn't do too bad, did he?
And those words are now part of a criminal complaint against Imholt. The court documents describe a relationship breakdown between Imholt and 3 others. He started disparaging them publicly on his show back in April before sending the nude photo in May. Today, other podcasters are using it as material for their shows.
Gino snitched on Aaron?
Gino 100% snitched on Aaron.
Imholt is a sort of shock jock type, often saying things that some would consider racist, homophobic, misogynistic, and more. Some have said to Fox 9 that he used to walk up to the line, but now he crosses it.
Imholt told police he did not recall ever receiving or sending a nude photograph of the victim. He bailed out of jail this morning with a no-contact order, in addition to no disparaging comments on social media, online, or on a podcast. In the newsroom, Karen Scullin, Fox 9.
Yeah, and like everyone's picked up on this, like MSNBC, fucking The Sun, like everybody is fucking running with this story.
It's fucking ridiculous.
It is pretty ridiculous. But this is him describing his day in jail, and this is like some crazy delusional shit.
So I think it was somebody on Kiwi Farms that said so
I don't know why it keeps doing that.
Somebody on
my videos.
Kiwi Farms that said last week or early last week. Aaron Steel Toe's been stacking W's lately. You know, here's what I've learned about streaming and the internet and all that, is that when you start stacking W's, save them. Oh, my God, where do we want to start? You want to start it last Thursday? We can start it last Thursday. Here's the plan, guys, because I got people in the Rumble chat. They're like, are you sure you should you be on? Should you be on it? Should you be talking? We all know what the rules are. We all know what can and can't be said.
I don't think this guy does know what can and can't be said. He's going to fuck it up.
The disappointment of a lot of you here, we're going to do a morning show.
How quickly do you think he's going to fucking...
I mean, the show's going to be essentially what it's been. We'll catch up with my life, and then we'll do a morning show.
No, this is from this morning, Doom.
I'm sorry if you want me to be your monkey. I'm sorry if you hate my guts and you want me to just come on here and just do nothing but spill. You're not going to get that. I apologize. I know that's going to drive you more nuts. I know that's going to bring out your dachshund fingers and everything like that. I can't stop you. Your mental illness for me has consumed you. It's who you are now. I'm sorry. As an adult, problems come up. I take steps to fix those problems. That's where we're at.
The problems are felony charges.
It's any secret that this is
normal
adults
don't face felony revenge porn charges unless your name is Ethan Ralph.
For however long it I've seen people on message boards go, oh, he can't take it to this point because it's expensive and blah 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 blah. I'm not destitute. I'm not broke.
Yeah, God, could you imagine if we fucking staged our arrest and like got mugshots, or but like had to be fake mugshots?
So people are like, oh, can he do this? Can he take it to here? I'd like to see him take it here. I can go anywhere. I mean, I can go anywhere we need to. It's already paid for. I will say this. Todd Peterson, my attorney, Todd V. Peterson.
I don't know why
whose name sounds like.
Why would he dox his attorney?
Todd V. Peterson.
Why? I mean, the guy's not like it's not doxing him, but why would he?
About the warrant.
Why the fuck would you tell everyone your attorney's name, dude? Like, come on.
What did he say about? Sorry, did he say that his lawyer's name sounds like a docket case or something like that? It's Scott V. Peterson.
Yeah.
Like Scott versus Peterson. Is that what he said?
You could Photoshop my picture and make it look different. But like, why would this guy fucking say the name of his fucking attorney live on air when he knows that people are just fucking with him?
On Thursday, I was already out to the cabin. It was funny watching the comments. I pretty much stayed off of social media.
Oh, I don't know if he goes over it in this. He is so fucking dumb. He broke his fucking phone. Like a couple days before the warrant went out for his arrest, he randomly broke his phone.
I was at my cabin. I had a whole weekend planned.
He dropped it in the water.
At the cabin, and then Sunday was
at the
going
cabin.
To State Fair, and then Monday I was just kind of taking her easy. So Thursday I find out about this warrant, and I just looked and I went,
yeah,
obviously, like,
no evidence.
If you want my opinion on that part of it, horseshit. The whole horseshit. That if you want a comment from me, if you want me to discuss that part of it, Todd V. Peterson is my attorney. Horseshit. But I talked to Todd on Thursday when I heard about it. Todd is board certified. He's the man. He's awesome. He is
board certified
attorney.
No shit.
Okay, so Thursday I talked to him. Kind of gives me the rundown of everything. Friday we get everything signed. Within a half hour.
Yeah, right.
Within a half hour of having everything signed, Todd has multiple motions out. He's already contacting Stearns County. So find out about it Thursday at the cabin. The problem is there are hundreds, if not thousands, of warrants out on people. You can't just show up and grab them all. So we let everyone know that needed to know that on Tuesday morning at 6 a.m., coming in. But I had a great weekend, went to the lake, spent it with the family, the kids, everybody else. Sunday, went with a couple of friends to the state fair. Sunday, got on stage, and I actually sang karaoke. Monday, I went paddleboarding for the first time. Cue your gay jokes. Go ahead. And then, so what? Tuesday comes around, and I get up.
I don't know.
I hit the snooze button. I slept till 5:30. I was asleep till 5:10. I slept till 5:30. I get showered. I put my.
He's just talking about how great his life is.
I put my pants on. I put my coat on. I put my socks on. As I'm getting my shoes on downstairs, there's a knock at the door and a flashlight through the window. And I'm like, motherfucker, come on.
Oh, because he's
I'm just like, everybody, like, it was known that I was coming. And I think because it was known I was coming, that I think that's why they showed up. I do. That's I have nothing to go on.
So the police did show up at his house.
Personal belief, but
to pick him up and bring him in.
You know, they wanted to do it. It felt like. So I will say this: Officer Toma could not have been cooler. In fact, we'll go through this as we kind of walk through what the process was. Everyone at Stearns County was so remarkably nice and so remarkably cool and so incredibly professional. They were all the officers are awesome people. They were all super, super nice. It was, and especially now seeing what they deal with on a daily basis. Holy shit. While I was being booked after my court appearance, one of the deputies, as he's asking me medical questions, somebody has just been freaking out this entire time. I mean, like, just like, and he just looks at me and he smiles. He goes, "You sure you don't want to stick around?" I'm like, I'm good. I'm good. I'll go home. That's all right. So he comes up. I let him in. I said, "Hey, literally, you see me with all my clothes on, you know, and everything. I'm putting my shoes on. I'm on my way in."
He's talking about how good his jail, how awesome jail was.
I'd have been gone already. And he said, the rules are I got to take you. Blah, blah. So
the cop had to come to his house and take him in.
The stuff that I'm going to bring with me. Number, piece of paper with my attorney's number and a couple other phone numbers on it. And he's very patient while I round up all of these things. While I say goodbye and everything else, he could not have been more professional. We walk out together, and he goes, "Why don't you come down the road a ways? I'll cuff you over here. We'll do it kind of by the corner of the front."
He had to be cuffed?
Vehicle. We'll do
they couldn't have just put him in the back of the car?
Neighbors don't have to see
Jesus Christ. He was better off turning himself in.
Here's
a
dick move.
This is what I'm wondering. Did they turn himself in, or did they come take him? Like, did they turn him? Or did he? You know what I'm saying? This sounds like they came and took him. It doesn't sound like he had an agreement to turn himself in the morning if the police came and cuffed him and brought him in. Like,
so bad.
Thought this was funny. He purposely changed the station to 101.7 and the Johnny Rock Show. I feel like that was on purpose. The only thing is, I don't know if they just don't do
this guy just thinks everything's about him. This fucking cop has no idea that you used to be on the fucking radio, dude.
I'm in the back
like,
of the car,
and if he does, he doesn't give a shit.
Go into my pocket, get my phone, email my attorney, let him know, on the way. He said, "Yeah, it's fine." Could not have been cooler. Could not have been nicer. We sit in the intake garage there, and we're joking and we're laughing and we're just, talking some shit.
Having a great time while I'm in the back of the police cruiser, handcuffed, yucking it up with the cop.
I've never had anything like this, thrust upon me, shall we say. And I'm sitting there and we're joking and it's the easiest time. I'm sitting here going,
damn, I want to fucking get arrested now.
What the hell was I so,
I want to go. I need a good joke session.
This officer's been incredibly nice and really professional. So I get into the part where they search you. So they bring you in, a couple of doors buzz. You go through those security doors for intake, and they meet you and they take your wallet and your phone.
Why would he bring this shit? I mean, I guess the phone is evidence.
But all of that stuff.
I don't know what they got to do with that.
They take all of those things, and they search you. They don't get you naked and stick shit up your butt. That's not what they do. But as they search you and everything else, we were talking and we're just bullshitting and
just bullshitting with the boys down at the station.
I'm joking back with that. It was, this is going to sound weird to say.
Well, they can see everyone's messages,
the first
dude.
few minutes of it were fun. I was having a good time. I couldn't believe how professional Officer Toma was in the arrest and all of that. I get to intake, and the first thing the woman says at intake, she goes, "Wow, you're going to be the best-dressed guy here." And I'm like, yes.
Shit, you should have got her number, bro.
She opens up my wallet. They got to take out all the cards. She goes, well, she sees a Caesar's Palace, an MGM Grand, a Mystic Lake, and 2 Hinckley.
Oh, he definitely missed an opportunity. He could have got this girl's number.
The Players Club cards. She goes, "Wow, this guy really likes Vegas and gambling."
Am I right? Like, according to this story.
I told her, I go, "Yeah, if you guys would all cut it out, I could afford to go back." So they do all that. I get put in the...
I'm sure you'd say this to a fucking cop.
You kind of see it on TV. There's like 10...
If you guys would just cut this out, I could keep going to Vegas.
He was in there for a DUI. He smelled. as people arrested overnight for DUI tend to be. He was stinky. It smelled in there. And they gave me a little orange coffee cup that had some cheese and crackers in it and some vanilla cream sandwich cookies. I was like, oh, this is nice. And one of the officers goes, I think there's one tray still left over for breakfast. Would you like it? I'm like, I'm not going to turn it down. Sure. I get it, and it's a thing of Fruit Loops and this really cheapy cinnamon roll thing. Not the best, but very sticky, whatever. And then an apple juice and a milk.
Damn.
And the first thing I do is I take my apple juice. I would have loved to have this apple juice. I really would have. It would have been a delicious apple juice. But I give it to the DUI guy. He looked like he was having a tough time. And plus, it meant I might be able to butt fuck this guy later if I'm here for too long. So I give it to DUI.
He's totally serious about that.
Takes it. Thank you. We start talking. He was really bummed out. Like, he was really depressed. And then
I don't think any of this. It's either he's totally serious about that, or none of this happened.
Very nice, joking. Yeah, you know. So far, they're being like it's like a hotel stay where you can't leave. So far, I mean, they brought me some blankets and
yeah, it's a hotel,
some other stuff, and
this fucking guy.
Really was like it was a hotel stay where there was a certain checkout time, and you're not allowed to leave before that checkout time. The only thing I remember thinking about, like, what was lacking was because they bring you a phone and you could make a call. And then if you had a free phone call, and then you can call your attorney as many times you want. I don't know if I was supposed to be Mirandized or not. I was never Mirandized. I don't know if that's an issue. I emailed that to my attorney yesterday. I'm like, oh, nobody ever read.
He's probably like, dude,
I mean, nothing. I was never brought into a room and questioned or anything like that. But I was, I thought that was weird. I was like, I'll keep this under my hat until after court. That nobody ever Mirandized me or whatever. Maybe they don't have to. I don't know. But I remember thinking when they put me in the cell by myself, I didn't have too much time to really think or anything like that because one of the officers came up. He goes, "You want a book or something?" I said, "Sure." I'll take
you want
a
a bag? He gives him a porno mag. Gives him a copy of Jugs.
2 books by this guy David Baldacci, who writes.
Can we get you a fuck book while you're here?
Detective novels, detective fiction. And it was these 2 people.
There's no fucking way that they brought him a book.
God damn it. Maxwell and King. Maxwell and King. And the name of the book was Our Game. H-O-U-R Game.
Yeah, that's what they are.
It was good. I read like 105 pages. A pretty good book. I'd get a little sleepy. I took 2 naps while I was in there. So, yeah, like I just took my blankets, took the little mattress they have, put it up on the bench there, laid down, out like a light. Took a nap before court. Then did court, didn't have to say a word. I was just sitting there, a mannequin, a statue. Todd and I talked beforehand, pretty informal. That whole process is not like, I'm going to prove my, this is bullshit and all that. You don't do that there. It's just you stand there, they tell you, you can't talk about this, that. See you later. Get the fuck out of here.
Yep.
And then you
Penthouse, yep.
So I'm reading the book, I'm taking a nap.
Get a snack regardless.
Read the book, take a nap, and then I'm out. Well, they booked me. And by the way, can we have an honest discussion? Are you guys just
this
gonna
part.
Be all day, or can we have an honest discussion
Jesus
about
Christ, this fucking guy, dude.
Because that is not a bad mugshot.
His mugshot's the best mugshot ever taken.
I was terrified about having a mugshot. That's one of the best mugshots you've ever seen. If you have a theory about the Fox 9 story, and if there's a guy who either has a firm or knows somebody, you're correct. That was, I'm not big enough for that story. A guy was involved with that. It's not a bad mugshot. That looks like it could be a work picture. Look at me. I got color.
He's back back on the color again. Back on the fucking
people are
tan.
Pasty and pale and look like warmed over death and like they're sad and
he's talking about Kayla here. Whatever. I think that this might be a violation. I think he might have violated right here when he says pasty and white. I think that isn't because he's not supposed to directly or indirectly refer to her. And that is referring to the Ricadas in April. So I don't know. I don't fucking know. He's not going to be able to. He's not going to be able to fucking help himself.
That's a good mugshot. I'm happy with that mugshot. And, you know, I wasn't in a terrible mood when it was taken because all the people there were so professional and nice.
Yeah, they were sleeping with each other's wives, Doom 2.
Sweet.
That's how this happened.
Everyone there was really cool. They really were. I cannot say...
This is revenge. This is the... So basically, when he was going on his fucking podcast tour talking shit about them, they were sitting waiting. And now they just dropped this on him, and now his ex-wife April has filed domestic violence charges against him. So they're just pummeling him. And now he's the state witness in the fucking case against Rekieta. So now they've ruined his credibility. They're ruining his credibility in the Rekieta case. This is crazy. Rekieta's a crazy mastermind if he gets away with this. The state has to see it, though. We'll see what happens. This is just stay tuned.
Anything bad.
Hopefully their text messages come out.
The fine people.
That would be crazy.
At the Stearns County Police Department that worked at the jail there. There are some crazy fucking people they deal with.
No, it's like the same issue. It's all connected, dude.
Oh my God.
There was one guy it goes deep.
I'm pretty sure it sounded like he was doing a sermon the entire time I was there. And it's amazing how you shut those things out over time. It's amazing how quickly while you're there, you just shut stuff like that out. This guy was just, by the end, it was just this low murmur that I heard through the walls. It was just, blah, 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 like the Charlie Brown teacher. It was just, blah, 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 blah. There was another guy who periodically would just start screaming and kicking his door and everything else. I came out of court, and one of the female officers was like, oh, I'll just take this bag of piss, and I'll dispose of it. And I'm like, oh, there's a bag of piss. They got a bag of piss. It took a little while between court and getting me out of there, like after I was booked and fingerprinted and mugshot and the whole thing. It took a while to get out of...
All right, this is basically over.